Hey everyone, Sean from The Horror Show here. We are going to be live in Salem, Massachusetts, Saturday, May 3rd at 6:30 p.m. We are screening Troll 2, and then we are headed across the street to host Bloody Disgusting Presents Horror Trivia, all as a part of Salem Horror Fest 8, The Horror Within, presented by the Horror Arts Collective. This is going to be such a fun event. It is probably going to be our last live for a very long time. More information on that to come. So I really urge everyone to come out to this. It's going to be a blast. The entire festival runs from April 30th to May 4th. And while festival passes are required for entrance into the festival programming, they set us up with some super special tickets. They were very generous with this, so I appreciate them for that. So from April 15th to 17th only, those 2 days only, head on over to salemhorror.com/tickets. They'll have a special flash sale listing for Bloody Disgusting and Salem Horror Fest Present the Horror Show. You can purchase tickets there for just $25. That is just to our show. That does not include anything else on the program. These are super special tickets, super limited. So act fast. Again, only 2 days, April 15th to 17th, they'll be available online. If you miss that, there might be some tickets at the door. Make sure you follow us on Instagram or salemhorror.com for more information. There may be additional seats. Not sure. It depends. My guess is there won't be. I think it's going to sell pretty quick. And the festival pass tickets will get people in there also. And it's subject to capacity. So I urge everyone to try and check that out. And also check out the festival as a whole. It's really cool. It's really fun. They're doing some great stuff over there. They have over 50 official shorts and feature-length films, including Reanimator's 40th anniversary restoration and The Descent. They also have special guests like Ashley Lawrence screening Hellraiser 2, book panels, and podcasts. It's going to be a blast. Check it out, and we will see you in Salem, Massachusetts for maybe the last live show for a long time. So please come out and let's tear it down, baby. We'll see you there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Horror Show, the show that dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite and not so favorite horror movies and other cult classics. I'm Sean.
Joe.
Normally I'd say hello, Joe, but Lexi's playing with a fucking puppet on the floor.
First time she sat up in 3 weeks.
Oh, Billy Baloney, the Hollyweird mascot, the host of the Hollyweird show, is here. Well, thanks for that. March Garris is over. We've now entered April with no real theme in mind, but we have a classic today.
We do.
Boy, a movie everyone's begging us to do.
Hitting us up for years
to do this. It's I'm excited to talk about it. It's not something we've ever really discussed. And I'm just, what'd you think of it?
I loved
It
it.
was pretty good. It was pretty good. I don't know if I'm as high as you on it. It was all right.
What did sorry.
Fucking Billy Baloney.
Sorry. What didn't you like?
The acting was a little rough, but it's 1986. Was it made?
No.
What year was it?
I'll have to look it up.
Oh, okay. No, it was a little rough. I hope it was 2012.
Sorry, I apologize. Lexi's distracting me with fucking Billy.
I mean, you're holding his hands like a psychopath, like he's your child. Yeah, I don't know what year it was made. I thought it was 86, but I might be wrong.
Sorry. Yeah, I should have looked that up beforehand.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was pretty interesting.
Acting chops were a little rough. The story The story is a little. I mean, I guess
You said you liked it.
I said it wasn't that great. I said I didn't like it. I said I didn't like it as much as you. I said I didn't like it as much as you.
Fair. Fair.
But a classic. What would you categorize it as?
Science fiction.
Science fiction.
Yeah.
I thought of it. Yeah, I could see the science fiction elements. I don't know. I felt like a little bit more of psychological slasher vibes out of it.
You did.
I did.
Okay.
I did. But you know, that's that. Who was your favorite actor in it?
Actor?
Actress?
I didn't actually write down the names, but the person who played Megan was my favorite.
Oh yes, Megan was actually played by Adrienne Barbeau. She looks a little different. She looks a little different. She looks a little different. Producer Lexi, we can't see the chat.
Just that you're messaging it.
If you put it in the regular comments, we'll see it. Those are up right now. Yes, it does. Everyone can type in there. No, thank you for putting that up. Hang on, I'll put on the chat.
That's what we paused for.
That's it. A callback to a joke you'll hear next week. Yeah, okay.
But no, I'm not talking about the one that looked like Adrian. I'm talking about the daughter. That was Megan.
Okay. I'm not sure who played that. What year was it made?
I'm woefully unprepared for this. I didn't take as many notes as I usually do.
It's not 86.
I thought it was like 2000.
Oh, it's a 2000. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, it was
86, 2000.
It was a little grainy. It wasn't our what we're usually used to here. It wasn't a big release.
No, I think it was TV release.
Yeah. So that would explain it. Probably CW. Looks like a CW flick.
Yeah,
probably could have been on March Garris. I should look this up. We should just get into the movie. Who do
you think had the best scene in it?
Hang on, I'm pulling up, trying to figure out this actress. Well, I really liked. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up a list of.
I like Svad's doppelganger Foop.
That was right. That was the alien.
The doppelganger. Yeah.
The doppelganger. Yeah.
Svad is the other alien. Right.
See, I think I got their names mixed up. What did you say? So
Svad is the main alien. Foop was the doppelganger.
Okay. Foop. Yeah. Hard to tell apart.
Well, yeah, that's why he's a doppelganger.
Yeah. Fred Ward played their dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, that was Fred Ward. Familiar. Fred Ward was the dad in this one.
From
Clark.
Right?
Yeah.
Clark. No, but he had an equally stupid name.
Yeah, something.
Cosmo. It was Cosmo.
Cosmo. Whatever. Flark. I mixed up all the names. Fred Ward, obviously playing Cosmo in this incredible flick. It's a list of stars that if you know the 90s, these were the
you've seen them everywhere.
You've seen them everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Was Eliza Dushku in this?
She was not.
Oh, okay.
She was an alias though.
She was an alias. Just trying to figure out this actress.
She was in I mean, you could just look up the movie. I save you some time.
Nah, yeah, well, that would be tough. Well, all right. So why don't you kick off would you have you want to kick off the movie here? Let's mix it up. Why don't you
Megan, it starts with Megan, who's just every day. I'm not used to starting it, by the way.
Yeah, well, it's tough for me because I seem to get everything wrong right now.
Starts with Megan. She's just an ordinary, everyday 14-year-old girl.
Right.
Her dad, I think his name was Fred. I forget what you had said. Flark,
Cosmo.
Oh yeah. I said it was Cosmo.
Yeah.
No, it's Fred.
No, Fred
Cosmo's
Willard,
somebody else in the
Fred
movie.
Willard plays Cosmo.
Yeah. Cosmo's who the mother meets. My mistake. Her dad is Fred, and he's like a super workaholic, never
Right.
around. Just starts off with that typical. She's all bummed, and wishes her dad was more attentive.
Yeah.
And her mom is a windsurfer.
Right. That's who I thought Adrian. That's who I thought Adrian.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Best windsurfing movies.
Well, this one, of course.
I'm inclined to agree.
You can't forget this one. Did Disney ever make a windsurfing one?
I believe they did.
I feel like they must have hit on that. At some point.
Her mom was a big windsurfer, but they were divorced, and the whole opening is about how she just wants to get them back together.
Yeah, this does give off kind of like the Disney vibe.
It does,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, a little
classic
like
2000.
Yeah.
1986 movie, whatever it was.
Yeah. 1986, 2000.
She also has like the classic little brother. I think his name was Trevor. He's super annoying. Kind of like the chubby kid from The Sandlot, and when he's in Son-in-Law.
Yeah. What was that guy's name?
He was in Big Green.
And now he's like everywhere again.
He is, but he's not doing anything.
No,
which
he's not
is
actually
really
doing
bizarre.
anything.
He hasn't worked in fucking years, but take it away from him.
Yeah. Yes. So that's
Yeah, so it sets up the family, and then we also find out that she's really into this boy in school named Cutter Colburn. Remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cutter. That's a good name.
She's just like wishing out loud at this time. She wants to be popular, and she wants Cutter to start paying attention to her.
Yeah. Cutter was played by he was very of that time period, like the heartthrob period. He was who was he played by?
His name was Tom Wright.
He was played by Tom Wright?
I think so.
What else was he in? X-Files, I think.
Probably.
Everyone was in X-Files. NYPD Blue.
Black Lung.
Black Lung.
Yeah.
Okay. That's solid. That's solid. I hey,
Yeah. So I mean that's the opening.
Is Devin Sawa in this?
He's not.
Oh. Huh. A lot of doppelgangers.
I mean, you'll hear about it next week.
Yeah, a lot of doppelgangers in these movies that we're watching.
Yeah, maybe we just don't know anything. Yeah.
Or we don't know anything.
It's probably what it is. But that's how they set it up. She wants her family back together.
Right.
Her brother annoys her. She wants to be popular. She wants the popular boy to like her.
Yep.
I'll kick it to you.
Yeah, no. And then so obviously she, we've got this whole teen heartthrob set up.
Right.
The mom, I forget, is she's single?
Yeah, she's divorced.
She's divorced.
Yeah.
So the mom works at this, I don't even know what it is, the science facility.
Right.
And so she's working with these scientists all day. She develops some type of machine that can interact with outer space.
That's correct.
She's trying to find these other life forms, if you will.
Yes.
And one day, she is sitting there. Alarms start going off. Buzzers start going off. They got a hit. Everyone's, of course, skeptical. It's happened before. Right. You got that guy that looks like Woody Harrelson.
Matthew McConaughey?
Yes, Matthew McConaughey. He's sitting there, and he's the most skeptical. But he's kind of got a crush on the mom, so he's like, let's just follow through on this. They open the portal machine. I think it's a portal. I don't know.
It is.
It is a portal. Okay, cool. And
nothing comes out.
Nothing comes out.
Fucking. Well, that was a move. I mean, they built it up. Big reveal. Nothing came. Nothing
at all.
Yeah.
You're waiting. Nothing.
Nothing.
Shut the machine down for the night.
Yep. She goes home.
Matthew McConaughey is like, hey, all right. You're going to be all right.
That would have been awesome.
And she goes home to her daughter, Megan.
Yep.
And Megan's also having a rough day. First day of school,
Yeah.
I believe. And she's come home. Boy doesn't like her.
Yeah.
Not interested yet.
She mislabeled him as Chopper, not Cutter.
Cutter.
Cutter's
Oh,
real name.
right.
She called him Chopper.
She called him Chopper.
Real pissed about it.
He got really upset. Alarmingly upset about it.
Right. It's not that big. My name's Cutter. Fucking parents are idiots. Name me Cutter.
Chopper, Cutter. He takes offense. But you know what? You probably hear a lot of it when you're a kid. No, you probably don't. But then again, if you know a kid named Cutter, you got to bring the heat.
You do. Yeah.
You can't just be a fucking,
Right.
But yeah, so
both having a bad day.
Both having a bad day. They come home, and the mother explains this thing that she heard at work. The daughter is like, I had a dream about this. I swear I had a dream about this, and they're divorced. The dad's not dead, right?
No, they're divorced. Yeah.
Oh, okay. She doesn't mention her dad though.
Well, yeah, she did in the opening scene.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. Huh.
He's the workaholic. Yeah.
Well, right, workaholic. Yeah, that's she dreams. She's like, I swear, Dad came through the portal though in my dream.
Right.
And Mom's like, oh, honey, like we're not getting back together.
Can you do something about this?
Put the puppet down. We're struggling enough as it is. And the mom, it's very like early 90s, like Miss Doubtfire vibes, where it was like those heavy hitting divorce movies,
right?
Where the kids were like, I want my dad. Like the mom has to be like, oh boy, that's not gonna happen. I hate him.
I know we talked about it, but bringing the pony into the house of Mrs. Doubtfire.
I thought you were throwing that into this movie, and I was like, I don't remember that. That doesn't sound real at all. Throw me for a loop here. No, the pony in the house of Mrs. Doubtfire is crazy.
The justifiable divorce, right?
We all love Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Genius.
Right.
If Robin Williams lived in your house.
I mean, what a headache. He's constantly doing impressions. Sitting upside down.
Sweating constantly. He's hairy as hell. When your knuckle hair is visible on film, it's crazy. That's crazy that you have that much knuckle hair.
Clogs his shower every time he goes in.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, that was the pony is enough. And there was just kids running around. Unsupervised children.
Right. Nightmare.
Kind of crazy. No pony in this one, though, right?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I remember.
Space ponies?
No. They don't come.
Okay. So her and the daughter are commiserating. The daughter has this dream. Cut to the next day. Mom goes back to work.
Yeah.
She's like, there's something's out there. Something's out there.
And she runs into that guy.
Yes.
What's his name?
Not Matthew McConaughey.
No.
The other guy.
Cosmo.
She runs into Cosmo.
She runs into a guy named Cosmo.
I thought Cosmo came through the portal, but okay. So
he did not.
So Cosmo,
or did he? Yeah.
I kind of thought he did, but no. Now
no. I'm telling you, he didn't come through the portal. But did he?
Yeah, no, probably not. Right?
No, he for sure did. It's a fucking alien.
He's an alien,
right? But that's what I'm saying. I see.
I see. Right.
Like,
he snuck through. Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. Right. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Okay.
No.
Maybe a little bit.
No.
Is Udo Kier in this movie?
He's for sure not.
Okay. Right. So Cosmo's there.
Right.
He is
his daughter.
What's that?
And his daughter.
Yeah. Her name is
Ariel.
Yeah. Ariel. Yeah, a little rip off of the Little Mermaid there. the whole like fish out of water.
Yes, that is correct.
So it's a little homage to Ariel.
It is.
Is there a Sebastian?
There's not.
Flounder.
There's a Flark.
There's a Flark. Flark is the flounder. This is a classic movie. People have been really requesting this. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The more we dig into this, the more shocked I am. Now, who directed this? What? It's given Spielberg vibes, but I don't. Oh, it obviously wasn't Spielberg.
No. Good name.
John Landis?
No.
Oh.
That's
what producer Lexi said in the chat.
Fucking Lexi. Playing with her doll.
Playing with the thing. The TV just went out. I swear I put it on repeat. Pete and Repeat jump off a boat. Okay. Who's left on the boat? No. How does that go? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Pete and Repeat are on a boat.
Pete jumps out. Who's left?
Yeah.
And then somebody says Repeat.
And repeat it. Yeah.
What a trick.
Classic joke.
And they might use it in this movie, actually, if I remember correctly.
I mean, the dialogue had a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Cosmo and his daughter Ariel show up.
Yeah.
They're just in the facility.
Well, she meets them in the street.
Yeah, but they're at the facility, which is still bizarre. Good. Everything is going according to plan. How is that even possible? This is incredible. Oh, am I like sitting on the remote? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Remotes.
No, there's like 18 remotes around here. Anywho, so they're outside. Again, like it's a secured facility, though.
Right.
You think he'd be like, "Hey,
it's like Area 51.
What are you and your daughter doing around here?" But they have this little meet cute here, if you will.
They do.
And Cosmo is doing the whole alien bit of just like, what?
Right. He's very weird.
Earth?
But exactly. Like what was that movie or that TV show? Oh, the Coneheads. Coneheads. Yeah, they're trying to fit in, trying to say things, but they're doing weird shit. Right.
Like eating shoes freaks and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So so anyway, Cosmo and Ariel, they meet, and the mom is showing a lot of empathy, a little sympathy here for them.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's like a true meet cute, but it is like, well, that guy's pretty cute.
For sure.
Yeah.
Remember what Ariel was wearing when you first see her?
Yeah, it was weird because they must have, they came through the portal at some point. We don't see that. But they've somehow obtained human clothing. They have. And so she's got this like wild getup of just a mishmash of clothes, weird leggings, overalls, one of those like Poindexter hats, with the twirl on it, which I thought was a weird move.
I agree, because
I think that would stand out.
They do not fit.
No, and Cosmo's outfit,
but he just looks like a freak in general. You look at both of them, and be like, not from this earth.
No, of course not. They are not human. But hey, it fools the mom.
It does.
It does. She's convinced that these are people.
She's a windsurfer.
Yeah. That
works in a high state alien place.
But Cosmo almost gives it away. Because she's like, "Oh, I work here, and I'm working on this big thing, but I can't really talk about it."
Right. And he's like, that thing that I just came through?
Yeah, like the portal. And she's like, "Whoa, how'd you know about that?" And Cosmo's like, "Oh, I work here too. I'm new here." And she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, like, why is your daughter?" And he's like, and she's like, "Oh, it's take your daughter to work day." Yeah. I forgot all about it. I forgot bringing my daughter.
But Megan was standing right next to her.
But Megan was right next to her, which was convenient. Because then she's like,
"Well, how about that?"
So thankfully, and then she's like, "Well, let's go in. Can you buzz us in with your badge?" And he's like, "Oh, I got it." So he's averting crisis,
right,
to get back into there, but he doesn't really want to go back in,
right,
because he knows he's going to get found out.
Because everyone else will know,
right? And
just look at him and be like, "That's a fucking alien,"
and shove his ass back in the portal. Yeah. Hey, we don't want you here, actually. I know this is the best discovery of our time.
Yeah, but look at you.
You're not the one we want to find. We want an ET motherfucker.
Yeah, could you imagine making contact with an extraterrestrial species, and like the first time you talk to it is just, but you know what? We'll wait for the next one.
Just kick it back in the fucking portal.
It's possible that's happened.
Like okay, so like ET walks through and you just grab it and just like chuck it back in. Like it doesn't weigh that much. Just lift him up, lift his little torso up, just huck it back in. See you later. Tell your neighbors or something to come in. Send something that looks like us. We don't like this. This isn't great for us. So the families have now met. And
they're going to work.
Yeah,
take your daughter to work.
The daughter's, what's her name? Megan. Megan is like, something's going off in Megan's head. She's not fully bought into the Cosmo thing.
No, she knows something's wrong.
Yeah. But she does like Ariel. She's got like a soft spot for Ariel.
Yeah. Ariel's pretty quirky. And
Ariel's very quirky.
She misses her boyfriend back at home.
Yeah. Ariel has
Faneuil was his name.
What was it again?
Faneuil.
Yeah. I'm never going to get these names straight.
I mean, they're idiotic.
Faneuil was Ariel's boyfriend?
Yeah, back on their home planet.
Right. So, and also that they will bond, and like in the next scene, I think it is, where Megan and Ariel talk about their problems.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Ariel is like, I called Faneuil, and he got mad. And she's like, what? I called Cutter Chopper, and he got mad. It's also weird that Megan doesn't pick up that Faneuil is an alien name.
But I mean, you know.
Yeah, because I think they said they were from like some.
Yeah, what was the planet name?
Well, they didn't say they're from a planet. They said they were from.
No, I'm just asking if you remember what the
planet was. The planet? No, it was Zabalba, I think.
I don't think.
No.
I think that's a place in
Hevelton.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
But Ariel also revealed that Faneuil is the son of the tyrannical Empire of Sinbad.
And that Megan, it just went over Megan's head. She was just like, oh.
Sounds bad.
Yeah. Chizekistan sounds like a tough place. I don't know. Does not set up. But Cosmo and his outfit just really rubbed her the wrong way, though.
Yeah.
That set off alarm bells, but not this.
Yeah, right.
Now, what was the tyrannical guy's name?
Sinbad.
Sinbad, we'll learn about him a little later. Bad guy.
Real bad. I mean, he's a tyrannical empire.
Yeah. And he's enslaved this whole planet of people.
They're not people.
Well,
they're gaseous bubbles on the planet, but they took the form of humans when they came through the portal.
Right. I was going to say that. Of course. On their planet, they're gaseous bubbles. And they just talk.
Right.
They just kind of like shake when they talk. Like that's like how you know they're talking. That's how you know which bubble is talking to which. Kind of just shakes. How do you enslave gaseous bubbles?
I mean, he's a gaseous bubble himself.
It's like, I'm going to pop you.
Well, no, I mean, they're beings.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get
it. Works over there. Never been,
never will. We got to figure out the writer of this movie. I don't know what this guy's up to.
Dude, it's fucking Shane Black.
That's crazy.
I know.
He's written a lot of stuff.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah. Wow. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow. I was not expecting Shane Black.
Yeah.
Good for him. Hey, you know what? He
got the job done.
He got the job done. He put it all out there. Really, really put it all out there. It's a unique story.
For sure.
Very unique story. So anyway, the tyrannical empire, I guess we'll get to in a little bit, but he's basically enslaved this group of gaseous bubbles. And not good.
Never is.
Never is. So back anyway, the girls they commiserate about the boyfriends, and we go to Cosmo and the mother, and she's of course asking him, "Where'd you go to school?"
Right.
The scientist. He doesn't know what to say.
Right.
I think what does he say? He says like flip flop university.
Yeah, it's Fleek Floppy.
Fleek Flopper University. Yeah. She's like, I've never heard of that. Yeah. Where is that? And then he's looking around for like words around the office.
It's P tier.
Yeah, like that. So he sees like the coffee machine. It says coffee on the.
It says Java.
Java.
Yeah.
So he says Java.
He says Java because it's a place.
Right. Yeah. And she's like, oh wow, Java. Wow, where is that near? And he's like looking around again. It says restroom. Oh, that's weird. No alarm bells going off. This mother is just, she's devastated by this divorce. I think she's just really looking for.
She just wants to be windsurfing. She's got to go to a 9 to 5.
I forgot about the windsurfing.
Yeah.
How did the windsurfing play into this again?
It doesn't. She just keeps talking about how much she was windsurfing.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Weird, very weird. Yeah. But the windsurfing, it doesn't come into play anymore.
No.
Oh, okay.
She just talks about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's an interesting thing. An interesting hobby, especially because it's like set in like Ohio.
It is. So no place to windsurf.
No.
Just
loves it.
Yeah.
Just loves it so much. All right, cool. So anyway, she goes through the whole thing with his college, and I feel like, does she ask him something else? I can't remember. I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I thought she did, but maybe not. So anyway, they get distracted because Matthew McConaughey shows up,
right,
and gets a little jealous,
right,
a little like, hey, who is this guy? Because she's laughing with him, and he shows up. He's like, hey, what's so funny? What's going on here? And of course, Cosmo's now like, oh, fuck.
Because he's worried about getting caught.
It was weird that Cosmo was played by Fred Willard because of the age gap.
Fred Ward.
Not
right.
Fred Willard.
But was it really him? I thought he just looked like him.
I don't know.
I thought you were telling me before he looked like him.
No, I thought it was him,
okay.
But maybe I'm wrong.
I'll
I forgot to Google it. We were recording late, so we had to cram this in with
2 other episodes.
So we didn't get to anyway. So yeah, Matthew McConaughey shows up and he's like, he's like, I didn't know we had a new hire.
Right. And that's why he's getting nervous because he could get found out.
Right. Yeah. So he's like sweating. And it's gross. The sweat is fucking.
Well, yeah, it's like the little blobs that live on the planet.
Right. He's releasing gaseous blobs. It's fucking disgusting.
Right.
They like go down his head and then they like, and he's like swatting them away from his, popping them as they come out of his fucking head. No one notices this stuff. Actually, it's funny because the mom's just like, what are you doing? Is there a fly around you? And she's like hitting him too. And McConaughey's not buying this one bit.
No,
he knows something is very up here. But he grills him a little bit, being like, what department do you work in?
Right. And
like before he can say anything, the mom's like, he's working here. He's working on the portal.
Right.
And McConaughey's like, I don't know about this. Yeah.
Pretty standard fare.
Pretty standard. Yeah.
Shane Black was definitely, in cruise control writing this one.
I think so. I think so. At this point, he was definitely just, let's do all the.
I'm just curious why you thought this was a slasher.
It's because when we go to the Tyrannical Empire, which is, I think, the next scene.
No, that's way later.
That's way later. Yeah. When we go to the Tyrannical Empire, he's popping some of the bubbles.
Okay, all right, fine. You know what? I'm fine with it. It is a slasher. Slash from the bubbles. And the guy's name's Cutter. So it comes together.
Yeah. Yeah. And Cutter will pull out a blade on
On Ariel.
On Ariel. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, because she's freaking him out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. But yeah, that comes later, and then I like when Cutter and Faneuil. Was it Faneuil?
Faneuil shows up. Yeah,
Faneuil shows up later. Yeah. But anyway, let's say it's a slow grind here, like kind of a little bit of
they leave the Matthew McConaughey the department, and they go back home, and Megan is asking, why can't she get back together with the dad? And
right.
The mom's like, look, I got to tell you something. Years ago, I asked your dad to buy a coffee table, and there's a terrible accident. And he hid it from me for a while, and when I found out, I just could not forgive him. And Megan's like, oh, jeez, how come you never told me this before? And the mom was like, just want you to know you had a sibling.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Could you imagine putting that into a movie?
It was not funny. It was weird.
Right.
I don't know why they would include that.
Threw me for a loop too.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a heavy scene.
Yeah, it was. Which is weird because like
it's a pretty lighthearted movie otherwise.
Otherwise, yeah, besides that and the popping of the gaseous bubbles, which the gaseous bubbles is weird because you don't feel anything, but then you're like, oh, those are people.
Right. It's like when the stormtroopers get fucking blown to smithereens.
Yes, just murdering millions of stormtroopers.
They're just in armor.
Yeah, they're people.
Yeah.
Wait, are they or are they clones?
Well,
it's a tough. They've fucked
topic
that
for another day.
They fucked up that lore so badly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we got to get through this. So they go home. They have this conversation about the coffee table. The sibling passed away.
Yeah,
and that's why her and the dad can't be together.
Right. Because dad covered it up. Right.
Yeah. That's so crazy. And anyway, so that's the end of that scene.
Yeah. It was an abrupt cut.
It is an abrupt cut. We go back to Ariel and Cosmo's planet where we just start seeing like the wasteland that it is. A couple scenes of that tyrannical empire. Just what's his name?
Sinbad.
Sinbad's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Sinbad
should have been his name.
Shane,
what are you doing?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
Which I might be. I thought Sinbad did the voice of Sinbad.
Now you say it did sound an awful lot like him.
It sounded like Sinbad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we would know Sinbad's work.
I mean, we do, but that was like past his height.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with it. Sinbad.
Sinbad. So Sinbad
before Kazam.
Sinbad's playing Sinbad before Kazam. Oh, right. The whole.
Yeah,
what was that?
Doesn't exist.
What do they call that?
Mandela
effect. Yeah. Mandela effect. Yeah, no, that was not it. So we see the planet. It's in rough shape, and we see one of the bubbles bounce up to Sinbad, and he's like, Cosmo and Ariel have left.
Yeah. Right?
Like, we can't track down these bubbles.
I have it right here. You were close the first time when you said it was Zabalba. It's Zerkicon.
Yeah. Zerkicon. I knew it was something like that. And he's like, yeah, there's some Ariel and Cosmo have left Zerkicon.
Right.
They're not located.
And Faneuil is right by the side.
Right.
Heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
And Faneuil's thinking like, oh my God, did something bad happen to them? And
it's kind of hard to read because they're gaseous blobs. But
the emotion was really hard, right?
They're shaking.
Right, they were shaking, and like when Sinbad finds out, like he's just violently shaking because there's no face to show that he's mad, so he's like, because he runs a tight ship over there, Zircon or whatever. But anyway, Faneuil is like, he's upset because he's like, oh, I was mad at her. And now she's gone.
Yes.
And she might be dead.
Right.
She's not. That's why he gets a little bit uptight when he comes back.
Right. Of course.
We'll see that very soon.
Yeah, because Vad is like, we got to go.
Oh, yeah. We got to hunt this down, figure out where they are. So they go to the console and start doing that. And we go back to Earth.
Yep.
And so I think it's like the next day or whatever. They're just living their lives now with Cosmo and Ariel and I should mention, they're leaving work and the mom is like, oh, where do you guys live?
Right.
And he's like, we don't have a home. She's like, oh, you just got here? Oh, you got to stay with us.
Right.
Stay with us in our house. We have an extra room. We have an extra coffee table. And so she offers them to live at the house temporarily. And they go to the house and
they fuck.
That does happen.
Yeah.
That does. And that is crazy.
Yeah. Full penetration.
It was like one of those ones where you're like, did they actually have sex?
Right. The actors for sure were fucking.
You think so?
Yeah.
They had to have been, right? Yeah. It was just very close, very detailed.
That shot.
The thrusts in that shot. You see Cosmo's hog. Yeah, no, that was crazy. It's no wonder this got a limited release.
Right. Did we mention that before?
No, but I mean,
have the numbers?
Yeah, I have them here, I think, but I don't have any of the other information about the movie here. You got, okay, so the budget was $3.5 million.
Wow. Must have been on the blobs.
The blobs, yeah, for sure. The CGI.
Yeah.
They brought in a whopping $17,000.
Why were people requesting this?
I don't know, but people seem to love it. On Letterboxd, it's got like a crazy review, but I feel like it's one of those ones where people are now going back and like, oh, it's cool.
Right.
You know, like retroactively.
Yeah. I mean, I still liked it.
Got hammered by critics.
Well, yeah. It's bad.
I think Shane Black almost got run out of Hollywood for this one.
Probably.
Yeah.
But from Lethal Weapon to this.
It's tough. That's very tough.
Producer Lexi says it got re-released in theaters last summer and she got to see it. What'd you think?
What'd you think? She doesn't know.
What was your favorite scene?
Was it the 35 millimeter one? Or no, you just saw the digital? Digital. Okay. Was it remastered? It was, they did, because they ended up doing like the George Lucas thing.
Right.
Like there's like they added like extra aliens dancing and extra blobs singing and dancing and performing. It was weird.
I'll have to find that cut later.
It's really interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know what. It's weird that they put more money into it.
Right.
After
losing so much.
After losing $3 million. $3.4 million. Yeah, it's interesting that they would go back and do that, but it's got like a new following. I don't know. I think it's kind of like one of those like hip movies. Did you see they're bringing Rad to theaters again?
I just like during our break, I was scrolling and saw it like popped up.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I don't know, why did they put this movie in theaters?
Good point. Lexi saw it.
There's
an audience out there somewhere. She said it was sold out. I don't believe that. Come on. That many people went and saw it. How big was the theater? Yeah, you were in the same room. You can. She's typing her response.
Standard size.
Standard size. Right.
Standard size. Okay. Well, I mean, it's a lot of people to go to a movie.
It's at like 65.
65? Okay.
Good
for them.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
The one theater is re-released in Ohio. Because it takes place in Ohio.
Yeah. Oh,
no,
that's
that makes
probably
fucking
why.
sense.
That's why Ohio people love it, and we have a lot of Ohio listeners.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is like the state movie.
Lexi, can I chime in?
Is it big enough?
Depends on the age range you're talking.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I feel like because they're all growing up now, so that's probably where it's coming.
Bringing their kids to go see it.
Yeah, because it's the 2000s.
Right.
So now they're
right. Tickets were $40.
Is that true?
$40.
Surely you jest.
They're trying to make that money back so bad with one showing in Ohio. Tickets are $200,000. Do you think there's a movie that they could re-release that would be like a $200,000 ticket that you would like?
Only if
$10,000 ticket.
I don't think so, because we have everything at our fingers. But if there was like say the Wizard of Oz never got released again, right? It was just like passed down like Johnny Appleseed,
right?
Like, hey, we restored it and we're gonna show it.
That's what I'm like saying. Like,
Yeah,
that's a move.
they fucked up.
They did fuck
gave
up.
us everything.
Hollywood should probably talk to us about this
Yeah.
idea, because I think that's actually a
Because
good
they need
idea.
more money.
They do need
And
more.
they-
They're
yeah.
struggling out there in Hollywood. Anyway, how much? No, I'm not even gonna say that. It was a bad joke. It was like not nice. Okay. So where are we on
They
this?
just had sex,
Right.
and Sinbad's on his way to Earth.
And Sinbad's on his way to Earth. And we should mention Sinbad's on his plane, fucking Faneuil, like stowed away
Correct. He hid came
Yeah.
on like the luggage.
because he needs to check out Ariel, right?
And also
No.
it's a blob, so it's very easy.
Was Cosmo, because Cosmo has a daughter. Where was his wife again? Was she
I don't-
killed?
Oh, that's right.
Sinbad.
Sinbad did a
Sinbad.
whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah, and that's why he had to escape.
Right.
Or she was trying to escape with them, and Sinbad got
Right.
no, because Sinbad didn't know that they escaped. She just got
no. But they had plans to leave,
Yes,
and she was caught in the crossfire.
that's right. And then Sinbad thought that was like end of that.
right.
But they actually did get away. So they're on their way. They're looking for these other blobs, and so they they back at home. They're having sex, and while that's going on, Megan and Ariel continue their bonding.
Can you believe they played Funky Town during the sex scene?
That was super fucking weird. But it's like the alien thing, right? Like he's like, and he's like, oh, it was like the song is what got him going.
Right.
It was like, oh, and that's like what started.
I
this
can
thing.
fuck the Funky Town.
I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Is that song?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the most distracting song. There's no way. At a certain point. And it's on loop. I think we actually hear it twice in full.
That's a long sex scene.
Yeah, because it actually like goes to another track and like Cosmo's like and she's like, sorry, and she puts it back on so he could finish.
Who was at the screening you went to? Just sit in silence while you type.
Was it Fred Ward? Clint Howard. He got kicked out because he got he got too into character.
Checked.
Oh, he came in costume.
He wouldn't break character.
Oh shit.
We haven't mentioned Clint's character yet.
Yeah. He
You're
actually
getting ahead of it.
he's
you're
actually
spoiling it.
but I will spoil it right now. He actually plays the baby from Star Trek again. It was like a little homage to Star Trek. Because Shane Black loves that episode. I read he did an interview about it and he's like,
No, but as Lexi mentioned, that is who is playing Sinbad when he takes his human form.
right. Yes, yeah.
Clint Howard.
Yeah. So
Very minimal makeup.
did he show up as the blob to the theater or did he show up as
That is a good question. That's it.
Did he get kicked out because he came in a bubble? Like
Bumping
one
into
of those,
people.
one of those like walking balls that you go in the hamster balls.
Everyone paid $40 to see him.
Yeah.
Well, that's nuts.
He wouldn't talk because he was like,
Oh, because okay.
So he's just like shaking.
Yeah.
he was gyrating.
You know what? That's worth the $40.
I would pay that right now to go see Clint just gyrating on stage. That's a cool event though.
Yeah.
I would.
I'm jealous. This was last summer. You didn't tell us.
Seems like something you would have posted to Instagram.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Everyone had to sign an NDA.
Everyone had to sign an NDA. That's funny. Imagine going to a screening so bad that they're like, hey, before you leave, you have to sign this NDA.
You cannot talk about being there. We can't lose another $3 million.
Clint's going to bankrupt us again. Why did we ever cast him? Oh, fuck. That's so funny. So Ariel and Megan, they start getting closer. We gotta get through this episode. We're running out of time here. So Megan and Ariel, I almost called her
We're at
Ursula.
the end.
Yeah, we are. So Megan and Ariel, they kind of like bond together.
Mhm.
But Megan is seeing all the holes.
Right.
And Ariel is feeling really guilty because she really likes Megan. Like, it's her like first friend.
Right.
She feels like really attached to her. And she's like, listen, I need to tell you something. But before that can happen, phone rings. Megan goes and picks it up. It's for her mom. Mom comes in. It's McConaughey. Hey, you have to get over here right now. We've got a crisis going on.
They're in lockdown.
Yeah, they were in lockdown. You got to get back here.
Right.
This is big. So Cosmo, Megan, Ariel pack the whole family up.
Yeah.
They go to the lab.
Like, not take your daughter to work day anymore, but we gotta go. We gotta fight.
We got to go. We don't have a sitter.
Right. No, they're like 16.
Correct. Yeah, so they go there. They walk in. McConaughey is on his knees.
Yeah. Almost weeping
because Sebald is there. Clint Howard now.
Yeah.
Now he's Clint Howard.
Yeah.
And Clint Howard is there. And he has him
Yep.
at ray gun point.
He does.
And he's demanded that they bring Cosmo to him.
Yes.
And McConaughey's like, I'm sorry.
Because
Because he betrayed him.
Betrayed them.
He knew exactly.
He knows the mom's not going to forgive him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And she looks at Cosmo and she's like, what is this? Who is this guy? Is this the guy from your country? And Cosmo's just like, Cosmo is, he never gets smarter.
No.
So he's like, "Beep," and lets out a squeal. And it's Sebald. He's there to
Kill him.
kill him and bring him back to the planet.
I think he's going to kill him because they deserted.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably going to
Sebald
happen
used to-
anyway. And Sebald is like, Cosmo, you're done for. Puts the ray gun up, and Ariel jumps in the way.
Yes.
And to like protect her dad.
Right.
It's like, you
And he
can't do this
fucking
to us.
kills her.
No, because Faneuil shows up.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Who did he kill then?
No, he does end up killing Ariel.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But
I got ahead of
it's a little bit later. Faneuil
No, this is
shows.
the next scene. Because
Yeah.
Faneuil shows up and is like, Ariel, I'm here. And then he fucking kills Ariel.
Yeah, then he kills Ariel in front of Faneuil.
Right.
And Faneuil gives this weepy speech. He's like, I didn't care that you called me Faneuil.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Cutter also shows up
Yes. How
because
did they know?
I think there was a scene that we skipped over where like Cutter had been like kind of spying on
You're right.
Megan
You're
because
right.
she hadn't been taking his calls because she'd been hanging out with Ariel all this time. And
Yeah.
he's getting a little jealous. He's like, what the fuck is this girl doing?
Right.
And he's just seeing Cosmo go in and out of the house. So he's like, is Megan fucking this
old
weird
guy.
looking guy? So he's like, so he followed them.
Right.
It's basically two stories
Right.
telling this. I mean, it really is, as we've described it. It's literally the same story, but one on a space planet, one on Earth.
Correct.
And so,
Parallel. Yeah.
yeah. So Cutter also shows up.
Yeah.
And he has a knife, as his name goes.
Right. He pulls it on Faneuil.
He pulls it on Faneuil, which you talked about.
Right.
Because he comes into the aftermath.
Right.
And Faneuil is holding Ariel.
Right. And he thinks Faneuil killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's like, I'm going to kill this fucking bastard.
Yeah.
He charges him.
He does.
Megan gets in the way. This is a very dramatic
It
scene.
is. Because then Megan stops just like Ariel stopped.
Yeah.
And Sebald fucking kills Cutter. Yeah.
Cutter gets shot now.
Yeah.
Insane.
Right.
Not as insane as the ending, though.
Right.
The ending is fucking nuts.
Right.
But anyway. So Cosmo and the mom have suffered nothing. I mean, Ariel's dead, so I guess the dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
The dad has suffered.
The mom has not.
The mom is not. But yeah. So then we got this whole thing, and Cosmo's like, I'm gonna put an end to you, Sebald.
Yeah.
And Sebald's like, you can't do shit because I have a ray gun and
Right.
you're just an idiot.
Right.
And your daughter's dead. I think he says. Clint Howard-esque voice, you know.
Right.
And but anyway, so Cosmo and him get into it,
Fighting,
yeah. trying to get the ray gun. Faneuil, though, he's still crying, but you see him getting fucking real mad.
Yeah.
And Megan's like, Faneuil, Ariel told me she still loved you.
Yeah.
She always loved you.
Yeah.
And she was never mad at you.
Right.
And Faneuil was like, I love you, Megan.
What a twist.
I've been watching you from my galaxy for so long. I came here for you.
Right.
Not for Ariel. Even though I'm crying at Ariel's body.
Right.
She was just like a friend of mine.
Right.
I'm
chewing up a lot of scenery, too.
Chewing up the scenery. This must be a 15-minute scene.
Yeah.
Of Faneuil explaining the whole thing.
Right.
It's like, you know, I had this telescope I could see from my planet. You go to like a flashback of Faneuil like building his little telescope with his
right.
non-blob hands, but he's got, you know, whatever.
And Megan is, you know, dumbfounded.
Absolutely dumbfounded.
Thankfully.
But as is Cutter.
Cutter,
who
but he just died.
That's right. I forgot Cutter.
So
it was like his last. The last thing he sees is his girlfriend getting swept off her feet by a guy named Faneuil.
But thankfully, Savard's still there.
Yeah.
So he kills Faneuil.
He kills Faneuil.
After
Bodies everywhere.
You know,
I don't know.
The gore is good.
The gore is
great.
And that's, you know, even though it's a gun, that's why I kind of categorized it as a slasher too.
Fair.
The gore is crazy.
As one does.
Yeah.
You
know.
Yeah. But so we got.
I mean, listen. If that fucking idiot Rob G can call Jaws a slasher, then I think we can call this a slasher. Also.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Difference between a shark and a gun, you know.
Yeah. So all these kids are dead.
All the kids are except
Megan, the mom, and
Cosmo.
Are
yep,
still there.
They're still there.
Zavad turns his gun to Cosmo.
Yeah.
Dead to rights.
The
mom's kind of been frozen this whole time.
Yeah. She hasn't done a lot. She's just been thinking about windsurfing.
Probably. Zavad points the gun at Cosmo.
Yep.
Finger on the blaster.
Yep.
About to pull it in a pretty dramatic, kind of like slow-mo.
Yeah.
The mom charges at Zavad. Pushes him from behind. He falls into a coffee table that the mom had put in the office after the accident because she didn't want it in the house anymore.
Right.
It was a glass one.
Yeah.
Zavad's head flies off. Rolls under a couch.
The office couch.
Everyone is ecstatic that's still alive.
Yes.
You know, sad about the
kids.
Events of everything that happened, but they're all embracing.
Like 4 dead kids.
They're all embracing. Including Cosmo's kid. They're all embracing. Cosmo thanks the mom.
Yep.
The mom says she has feelings for him.
Yep.
And then they start talking about what to do next.
Yep.
And the mom's like, we can't tell anyone this guy's head's under the couch. So we just have to hide it.
And in a weird turn of events.
That movie that Mick recommended?
No,
it's a loose remake of this.
Oh, inspired by.
Yeah.
They give Shane Black what's the credit called for the person that writes this? Adapted from an original script. You know what? I did see that, but it's in, what is it, in Spanish?
Yeah.
It's in Spanish. It said like El Shin no Blacko. So I didn't know that that's what it said in the credits. Adapted from a work of.
There we go.
Wow. That blows my mind.
Well, now we don't have to do our Mick pick for next week.
No, we don't. Well, no, this comes out. Yeah, that was last. No, the head rolls under.
Yeah.
And the mom says, we're going to ignore it.
Yeah, my boss will fucking fire me.
But then it hits her. She's like, I know why our husband did this to our kid. Not why he did it to the kid. Why?
To save humanity.
Why he hid it from me.
Oh, yeah, but there's a bigger theme.
The bigger theme is,
if that happens, you hide it under a couch.
You just ignore the head of Sinbad. Who is a gaseous bubble, by the way. But yeah, and so and then Cosmo and the mom embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmo, though, he's like, I have to go back. I have to go back.
My wife's dead. My daughter's dead.
Yeah.
I must go back.
I have to go.
A lot waiting for me at home.
I have to go back because I have another child at home.
Mm.
He has another kid at home, and then he's like, "No, it's not what happened." Actually, I was gonna make a joke. I was gonna make a joke and say he was going home to his family because you know how it's so insane how mirrored the storyline is. He's gonna go home and be like, "I had a kid that head got chopped off on a coffee table."
It just keeps happening.
Yeah. That doesn't happen though. I was just kidding. That was the joke I was gonna make. But he's like, I want to go home. Those are my people. And she's like, can I come with you? And he's like, I'm sorry, you can't. He's like, if you ever saw my true form, you would never love me again. She's like, well, what is it?
Right.
He starts shaking.
Yeah.
Turns into a gaseous bubble right in front of her eyes.
Yeah. You'd think she would freak out.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What does she do?
Doesn't.
She turns
into a
into
gaseous
bubble.
And it ends. Is Megan alive? I can't even remember.
Megan's alive watching this.
We cut 6 months later. And what do we see? 2 gaseous bubbles.
Yep.
Windsurfing.
What an ending.
And Megan is surfing with them on the side, being like, this is so fun. Everything's better.
What a flick. You recommend it?
I couldn't recommend this movie more. Actually, now that we've talked about it, I didn't love it at first. 5 stars. 5 stars. Oh, fuck. That was a good movie. I hope there's a screening near us soon.
We should talk to someone. Get Scary Larry on the phone.
We should do a live show with this.
Yeah, agree.
Bring it to the live.
Agree.
Bring it to the crowds. Bring it to the people. I got to find a copy. It was hard to find a copy to watch.
I can't understand why.
Well, everyone, that's it for this episode.
Yeah, thank
Do we
you.
have anything else we want to say?
Adios.
That's it?
That's it.
We don't want to... Okay. What day is it today? Nah.
Sunday?
Yes.
No, that's not even true.
That's not even what day it was. It's not even accurate. Well, everyone, thank you all so much. It was a pleasure. You got to check this movie out.
Yeah.
Find it wherever you can. Go to this. They are in desperate need of money. Don't go to the one Clint's at, though. You're going to have to sign an NDA.
I don't think they're going to fucking show it.
They're not going to bring him back. Maybe Sinbad, though.
I heard he's not doing well.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Well, they're out of stars.
You're out of luck.
Matthew McConaughey is too busy. Maybe they'll bring Woody Harrelson in. They'll do the Gallagher. How Gallagher would send his brother out to do tour dates. They're just sending Woody Harrelson out to do Matthew McConaughey dates. 2 still very famous people. Like Woody Harrelson has nothing to do. Hey Woody, can you go do this gig for me? Just shows up with fucking Matt's hair. Anyway, everyone, thank you all so much. Patreon.com/IHateHorror if you want to hear more of this. Patreon.com/IHateHorror, IHateHorror.com. We got the episodes on YouTube. We got the episodes on Spotify video. You can check those out. Instagram at IHateHorror. You can follow producer Lexi at Cult of Craven. I want to thank Joe, producer Lexi. You guys are great. Great episode. Thank you guys so much for doing this with me.
That's fun.
It was really fun. Great recommendation. And
who recommended it? Oh yeah, a bunch of people wrote it.
Everyone.
You
Everyone.
want to shout anyone out that asked, that requested it?
I forget their names.
That's all right. We can put it in post.
PD Pablo.
Okay.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, Freak a League.
That's it. That's the guy. Thank you all so much, everyone. Salem Horror Fest. I'll put a bumper in it. I'm done with this episode. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you all. And for Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
Thank you.
Adios.